Hi all, welcome back. In the previous video, we saw how to create a table with primary key as well as with unique key. So we created a table purchase by using primary key and we inserted some records. Similarly, we created purchase underscore u and in that time we used unique instead of primary key. And we said both will work same. That means if you mention one column as primary key or unique key, it won't allow you to insert duplicate record. In this video, we are going to discuss then why we need to use either primary key or unique key, or what is the difference between primary key and unique key. This is one of the most common SQL interview question. So that we are going to answer in this video. So let us see. If you execute select star from purchase, you could see there are 7 records are there. And if you try to execute select star from purchase underscore u, there is only one record is there. So you could see purchase underscore u will not allow you to insert one more record with value as purchase ID. So let us see, will it give any error? Yes, it's giving error. So if you are inserting one record with purchase ID 2, it will allow because only purchase 1 is there. And if you insert, it will allow. So you could see purchase 2 is inserted. Now if you try to insert one more purchase ID 2, it will give error. Why? Because 1 is there, 2 is also there. But what will happen if you remove 2? If you are not mentioning any value here, what will happen? Let us execute this statement. It's giving error because the comma is expecting, or if you are letting blank, it's expecting some value. So you could give some null value here. What will happen if you mention null as a value? Will it accept? It's accepting. Why? Because unique means it should be unique. It's not considering whether the value is null. So let us see what will happen. We'll execute select star from the table. You could see purchase ID 1 is allowed, purchase ID 2 is allowed, and one record with purchase ID null or missing value is allowed. Now if you try to insert one more record with null, will it allow? Let us see how it will work. It's giving error. Why? If you create a table with one column as unique, it will allow one null value. It won't allow multiple null value, and all other value should be unique. So now you won't be able to insert 1, 2 or null. You could give any other value, but it should not be 1, 2 or null, because 1 and 2 already inserted and one null is allowed that we used. So you have to give 3. So if you execute one record with 3, it is allowing. So now if you execute select star, what we will get? We will get 4 record, one with purchase ID 1, then 2, and one with null, then one with purchase ID 3. So let us see what will happen if you try to execute or insert a value into a table purchase which we created with a primary key. So you already know that if you try to insert value with any value which is already existing, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, it will give error. Let us try to execute again and we are getting the same error. Now we'll try to insert a null value. What will happen? Will it allow? No. Let us try to insert a value null. No. Because primary key will be make sure all the value are unique and it won't even accept a single null. But in the case of unique, it will accept one null value. It might accept one null value. But in the case of primary key, it won't accept even a null value also. All the value should be unique and it won't accept a single null value. but in the case of unique key, it might expect or accept one null value and all other unique value. Is that over, or is there any other differences there? Yes, of course, few other differences also there. One of the main differences that, let us see. Let us drop this table purchase and recreate it. So we drop the table and we are about to recreate. Now we have purchase ID, we are expecting unique key. So we give primary key as a unique key constraint, or we are expecting purchase as unique key. So we mention this column as primary key. Similarly, we are expecting student ID also unique. Assume we are expecting student ID also unique, or course ID also unique. So what will happen if you give one more primary key? So we are going to mention this column also primary key. And if you are creating a table purchase with two column or more than one column as primary key, what will happen? Cannot add multiple primary key because one table accept or support one primary key by default, or maximum one is allowed. There might be multiple chances. There is no other way we could create a table with multiple primary key. Similarly, what will happen if you create a table unique key or multiple unique key? Let us drop this table and recreate with multiple unique key. Drop table. Now we remove the table purchase underscore u, and you could see we removed. Now we are going to recreate with two column as unique. What will happen? It's accepting because there is no limit that if you create one table with one unique key, you could even create a table with multiple unique key. But in the case of primary key, either one of the column maximum allowed as unique key or primary key. But in here, if you mention unique key, you could mention multiple column as unique. So if you drop and recreate with this column also unique, will it accept? Yes, it's accepting. That means all the column can be unique, or more than one column in a table can be unique. But in the case of primary key, if you mention one column as primary key, you can't mention any other column as primary key. And one more important thing is there. If you drop the table, it's not there already. So you are going to create one table with purchase, one column as primary key, and remaining column you could mention as unique key. So if you create a table with one column as primary key and one column as unique key, will it accept? Yes, it's of course accepting. Similarly, what will happen if you drop a table and recreate multiple unique key and one primary key? Will it accept? Of course it will accept. So if you want to make multiple column as unique, you have to use unique key. And if you want to use primary key, you could use, but there are still some more difference are there, or advantages and disadvantages or difference are there that we will explain in the later video. But in short, primary key will accept only unique value. Unique key will accept only unique value plus one null value might be accepted. In a table, only one primary key is accepted, but in a table, multiple unique key can be accepted. While creating table, you have to mention primary key, but in the case of unique, you have to mention unique only. So that's all for this video. Thanks for watching.